What's going on, everyone? Robert from the Remote Control here. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the DC Extended Universe and what's going on with it as of right now. But the first thing I want to say is everyone needs to just take a step back and relax. I understand that Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad were pretty divisive whenever it came to the audience take on it. Obviously, I mean, if you know anything about me, Man of Steel was a masterpiece. Batman vs. Superman is very close to being that masterpiece as well. There's some pacing issues, maybe a little too long, but overall, it's an excellent movie. And Suicide Squad, just good popcorn fun, something to jump into, build the universe a little bit and have some fun. So the next movie that we have up on our slate is Wonder Woman. Now, a couple days ago, they released the final, well, I don't know if it's the final, but the next Wonder Woman trailer. And it kind of shows her origin a little bit there. I tell you what, Wonder Woman, every piece of marketing that they've put out so far has been superb. Excellent marketing, completely different than what they did with Batman vs. Superman, which is a good thing because that's probably my biggest complaint of Batman vs. Superman was all of the marketing that they used or did going up to the film. So far with Wonder Woman, I have to say, excellent job. Keep up the good work with that, Warner Brothers and DC, because the movie looks fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. That comes out in June. So right now, it looks to be an excellent installment within the DCEU. Hopefully it is, and this could be the one that really takes off and solidifies DC Extended Universe as a real franchise. After that, we then have Justice League. Now, the footage that we saw last summer during Comic-Con was excellent. You add that to the reports that we got from many outlets who were lucky enough to have a set visit. This film is going in the right direction. I believe, rumor has it that we should see a trailer for this movie probably with Fate of the Furious next month, so we're looking at 2-3 weeks from now. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they continue the marketing strategy that they've been using with Wonder Woman to go with Justice League. Again, don't just blow your load immediately with these trailers. That's what Batman vs. Superman did. That got everything screwed up. Wonder Woman, as we've seen so far, at least from what we can tell, hasn't done that yet, and hopefully Justice League follows. Now, something that just recently went into production, Aquaman. So that's being directed by James Wan. He's been more known for horror films like Dead Silence and The Conjuring, Insidious Chapter 2, but he did jump into Fast and the Furious on the 7th installment of that series. Now, the production did begin recently, and everything seems to be going swimmingly. No pun intended. Nicole Kidman, Amber Heard, Patrick Wilson, Willem Dafoe, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, and of course Jason Momoa are all confirmed as the cast for the film. It's going to be an excellent cast, so let's just see if they can lift this film up to be what we want it to be. I mean, who doesn't want to see an Aquaman movie? I mean, I know people laugh when you talk about Aquaman, and there's all the jokes and everything, but honestly, this could be the most exciting and most different take on superheroes that we've seen before, because we haven't seen this underwater world for a superhero film at all. So again, just like Wonder Woman beat Marvel to the punch with the first woman, now we're going to get Aquaman. Besides that, there's really nothing else that's solidified in the lineup. Obviously, The Flash was talked about. We'll touch on that in a minute. The next big film that's been talked about is The Batman. And obviously, we know the issues that went on with Ben Affleck, who was set to obviously star as well as direct and help write the film. He then dropped out of directing. Then Matt Reeves was being talked about being brought in. Then he wasn't, and now he is. Let's just say this. If Ben Affleck is not going to direct this movie, Matt Reeves is absolutely one of the best choices to pick for directing this movie. He's a hell of a consolation prize, and what we've seen him do with the 8 films, and some people may not be a fan of Cloverfield, but what he did with that is an excellent, he's an excellent director. So yes, let's just put everything behind us of what we've heard so far of The Batman. Ben Affleck is going to be Batman. He's Batman. I know that rumors were coming out that he was talking about wanting to drop out or that he doesn't want to do, and some pretty high up, or not high up, but well known reporters and such were stating this. It's possible. It's very well likely that he wanted to drop out, but if the rumors are to be true of all the turmoil that was going on within Warner Brothers and DC, could you blame him? So right now, all I say is just keep moving forward, keep looking ahead. We got a great director, Matt Reeves, Ben Affleck, who, for my money, is the best on-screen Batman that we've ever had. So good things should be coming for the Batman. Let's see, we also have Nightwing. Besides that, all we know is Chris McKay, who was the director of the Lego Batman movie, which was fantastic, is set to direct. We don't know when production will be moving forward. I probably don't even have a script yet, so that could be 2-3 years down the road. Gotham City Sirens. This is going to be David Ayer's second film within the DCEU after Suicide Squad. I think the biggest reason why he took on this is because this is really, I honestly, what I believe is this was supposed to be a Harley Quinn centric movie, whether it was to further her character with Joker or just further her character by itself. And I think Warner Brothers wanted to bring more in, or DC, Jeff Johns, wanted to bring more in. Bring in Poison Ivy, Catwoman, that kind of stuff. You get Batgirl. So I think that's the whole reason for Gotham City Sirens. David Ayer, obviously, like I said, is known for Suicide Squad. He's got an excellent resume. He's very good with characters. So hopefully, they give him a little more freedom with Gotham City Sirens, because we know that while Suicide Squad was good fun, the film wasn't as good as it probably could have been or should have been if David Ayer would have had total control, or a majority of the control. Now, Shazam, obviously we know about that. It appears, we haven't heard much since, but David F. Sandberg will be directing this. He is also known for some horror films such as Lights Out and Annabelle 2. At this point, we don't know much. There was talk or rumor about a month or two ago that they're splitting Shazam as well as Black Adam into 2 movies and then bringing it together. Black Adam, obviously, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So who knows what's going on with that. That's just an interesting story, because The Rock has been attached to Shazam in some way since, 2008? Something like that. And then now it's being pursued, and then there was talk a while ago that it wasn't going to be part of the DCEU universe. It was going to be its own separate thing, and now it is. So at this point, all I say, just look forward. We'll see what happens with that. Suicide Squad sequel. Again, we haven't had any confirmation, really anything else, since a couple weeks ago when it was brought up that Mel Gibson was in talks to direct the film. I like it. Mel Gibson is an excellent director. I mean, you can't deny that. Whether it's Passion of the Christ or Apocalypto or Hacksaw Ridge, you got movies like Braveheart. I mean, he is an excellent filmmaker. What could he bring to a Suicide Squad film? Not really sure. I mean, it's kind of disturbing after the way he talked about Batman vs Superman being the type of films that are ruining the film industry. But maybe something is drawing him into it. Maybe they're looking for a different type of story of characterization or of epicness. So we'll have to wait and see what Mel Gibson has with that and what he can bring to the table. Obviously, The Flash. The Flash has been up and down, up and down. 2 or 3 directors have taken the helm and left. They've cast most of the cast already. Obviously, Ezra Miller will be playing the Flash. But what's interesting is that they're doing a page 1 rewrite, or they started this about a month or 2 ago. I'd say this movie's going to get pushed back about a year, so probably 2019 is when we're going to see that film release, if not 2020. If that's the case, do it right. There's some people I talk to who think that, okay, maybe if the DCEU is in complete disarray and they try to fix it with Justice League and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and the Batman, and it just doesn't work and actors want to leave and this and that, could be a perfect time in 2020 to do Flashpoint, and just reset everything, or Rebirth, one of the two. Just reset everything, bring everything back, and start fresh. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what they're going for, but again, you never know. I mean, they have that option in their pocket. Cyborg, really nothing else going on with that. Originally, Cyborg was going to be a standalone film. Then it was talked about that they were going to combine Cyborg and the Flash and make it like a buddy cop movie like Lethal Weapon. And that was taken away, and then the buddy cop scenario went in with the Green Lantern Corps, having Hal Jordan as well as Jon Stewart in it. So things between, whether it's Cyborg, Green Lantern, and Flash, those are still kind of up in the air, not really sure what's going on with that. Man of Steel 2, just today, rumor has it that Matthew Vaughn is being eyed to direct. And again, rumors came out about a week ago that Zack Snyder and Jeff Johns had already written a script or started writing a script for the film. So they're moving forward with this Man of Steel sequel pretty quickly here. Maybe they're looking to slide that in where the Flash was, or even, Cyborg or Green Lantern. Again, they have no solidified dates for anything but Justice League, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman right now. So I think they're kind of in a mode right now. It's like, okay, we got to get something done. We have two writers and a filmmaker who understand the character and have been there pretty much from the start of Man of Steel. Let's get this written. Let's bring in a director who has a great vision, who has a track record with comic book movies such as The Kingsman and X-Men First Class. He's an excellent filmmaker, and I really, 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 really hope they get him to direct Man of Steel 2. Nothing against Zack Snyder. I love Zack Snyder. He is one of the best visual directors out there. His character stories are a little bit lacking, but besides that, he's an excellent director as well. So hopefully Matthew Vaughn teamed up with Snyder and Jeff Johns' script. That movie is going to be phenomenal. Besides that, I just want to say, people, when it comes to the DC Extended Universe, you got to calm down a little bit. Everybody's so used to Marvel. Marvel had now has this track record of just being one movie, every 6 months or every 7 months, something like that. One movie. Sometimes 3 movies a year, stuff like that. They've been doing this since 2007, 2008 is when they started, production on this universe, and even then they didn't have the vision that they have now. So I think people need to sit back and allow these movies to come out, understand that they are taking a different approach than Marvel has or is, because they're trying to not play catch up, but do these characters justice. And in doing so, they're trying to make these overall compelling stories. And that's one of the great things about Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel, and most likely Justice League, because this overall story started in Man of Steel, and it looks like this specific story is going to end in Justice League. But it's opening this universe to being so much more than just Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. We're seeing these other characters: Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman. Now we have Joker, Harley Quinn, El Diablo, Deadshot. All these characters are coming into it, and they've done something that Marvel didn't do, and it's bring in interesting villains. We have a lot more villains to look at now than we did at this point in Marvel. So we know that they're doing something different. People want to say they're playing catch up. Maybe they are. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe that's why they rushed some of the things and squeezing Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman into one film before establishing them and so on. Maybe that is the case. However, give it time. This could be a franchise or a universe that we sit down and take a look at 5-10 years from now and go, wow, what a hell of a ride. Sit back, relax, enjoy it, see these movies, go out and watch these movies, because if we're not supporting and watching these movies, we're never going to get them anymore. I won't say that, but they're going to stop making them if we don't support them. We want to keep seeing them. I know I do. I know you want to. So again, relax, trust in what DC's doing now. It looks like they're getting things back on track, and hopefully come June 3rd and we all see Wonder Woman, we'll know exactly how the ship has been righted. But take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.